Hi, I'm James the Light Guy, and today we're taking a look at an LED work light. This is a 12-volt panel that I got off eBay for $5.50. Inside the box, we get our panel, which has 3 wires, and a little bag of hardware. Looking at the panel, the mounting bracket is a simple yoke. Looks like you take the bracket and drill the appropriate size hole for this carriage bolt, which sinks through and locks into the square in the bracket. And then from the other side of the hole, you thread on this nut. Then the light slides into the bracket. The bolt goes through the whole assembly, perhaps. Looks like manufacturing tolerances weren't great. There it goes. And then a nut on the other side, if I don't smash everything. There you go. We also get this little breather cap, which goes on the back here. You can see the back of the actual LED panel. And that goes right on. It just presses on with a rubber fitting. And if we pull off this plastic cover, we can see we have grooves for airflow and a paper mesh filter to keep particulates out, but it is not waterproof. The wires go through a very loose silicone rubber grommet into the back of this cast. Feels like some sort of zinc, aluminum zinc heat sink. It has a decent amount of fin and surface area for the size of these chips. We have 18 1-watt 50/50 LED chips. And again, 3 wires. So we have a black wire, obviously a common ground. This yellow wire is for the power for a day running function. It is a low power input. And the red wire is the high beam or main power. Let's grab our power supply and hook it up. We'll start by hooking up our power wire to the yellow line and our ground wire obviously to black. We can get a good connection on here. It's not connected to my finger. There we go. And turn on the power supply. You can see at 14.4 volts we're drawing 0.5 amps. So we're drawing about 7.5 watts. This thing online is rated or sold, marketed as 170 watt light. Clearly this 7.5 watts is a far cry. It does look bright, but given enough time to adjust, as you can see, it does nothing in my little light studio. Let's bump it up to the full power using the red wire. There we go. We're at full power. We are now drawing 1.1, we'll round up, 1.2 amps, which makes this about 16 watts. That is under 1 watt per LED. And again, at max power, it is brighter, but not significant. Let's grab our light meter and see what that hot spot reads. we're going to use the times 10 function. Looks like times 10 is not high enough. Let's go times 100. Looks like we are getting 330. Let's bring that into 1 foot. There we go, 1 foot away. 360 and dropping. There we go. Let's say it's stabilized around 350. So 3,000 lumens peak at that hot spot. And anywhere else, we're getting from under 100 back up to the 3 and change. It is definitely not a very useful light. Unfortunately, even at $5.50, it is useless. I can't think of a good use for this. The beam pattern is awful. I couldn't even use this in my engine bay as some sort of illumination because it just has one hot spot and doesn't cast anywhere else. Well, that's all I have for today's video. If you liked it or found it useful, hit that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share it with your friends. I enjoy making these for you guys, and until next time, I'm James the Light Guy.